Hi there, guys. It is time for our daily lectionary reading for Saturday, June 26th. Today we have on tap we've got Psalm 130. We're working our way through that. We'll be in it for a couple more days. 1 Samuel 20, 27 to 42. We're right in the midst of the story of David. Good stuff. And Luke 4, 31 to 37 is our New Testament. So let's get with it, shall we? Psalm 130. The depths I cry to you, O Lord. Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive to the voice of my supplications. If you, O Lord, should mark iniquities, Lord, who could stand? But there's forgiveness with you so that you may be revered. I wait for the Lord. My soul waits, and in his word I hope. My soul waits for the Lord more than those who watch for the morning, more than those who watch for the morning. O Israel, hope in the Lord. For with the Lord there is steadfast love, and with him is great power to redeem. It is he who will redeem Israel from all iniquities. All right, let's go to Samuel. Let's go to the story of David. You may remember from yesterday, Jonathan and David had come up with this scheme um, Jonathan was afraid that if David came to this feast, that Saul would kill him. So they came up with a scheme about a way for David would stick away and Jonathan would find out how Saul felt about him, whether he was still going to try to kill him, and he would David would hide in the field by this boulder, and how Jonathan shot the arrows and sent the boy to fetch them would David wouldn't know. Really, it seemed like an overly complicated scheme, but okay. So we're continuing on with that story. But on the second day after the new moon, David's place was empty. And Saul said to his son Jonathan, why has the son of Jesse not come to the feast, either yesterday or today? And Jonathan answered Saul, David earnestly asked leave of me to go to Bethlehem. He said, let me go, for our family is holding a sacrifice in the city, and my brother has commanded me to be there. So now if I have found favor in your sight, let me get away and see my brothers. For this reason, he has not come to the king's table. And then Saul's anger was kindled against Jonathan. He said, you son of a perverse, rebellious woman. Do I not know that you have chosen the son of Jesse to your own shame and to the shame of your mother's nakedness? For as long as the son of Jesse lives upon the earth, neither you nor your kingdom shall be established. Now send and bring him to me, for he shall surely die. And then Jonathan answered his father Saul, why should he put to death? What has he done? But Saul threw his spear at him to strike him. So Jonathan knew it was the decision of his father to put David to death. Jonathan rose from the table in fierce anger and ate no food on the second day of the month, for he was grieved for David and because his father had disgraced him. In the morning, Jonathan went out into the field to the appointment with David, and with him was a little boy. And he said to the boy, run and find the arrows that I shoot. And as the boy ran, he shot an arrow beyond him. And when the boy came to the place where Jonathan's arrow had fallen, Jonathan called after the boy, is the arrow not beyond you? And Jonathan called after the boy, hurry, be quick, do not linger. So Jonathan's boy gathered up the arrows and came to his master. But the boy knew nothing. Only Jonathan and David knew the arrangement. Jonathan gave his weapons to the boy and said to him, go and carry them to the city. And as soon as the boy had gone, David rose from beside the stone heap and prostrated himself with his face to the ground. He bowed 3 times, and they kissed each other and wept with each other. And David wept the more. And then Jonathan said to David, go in peace, since both of us have sworn in the name of the Lord, saying, the Lord shall be between me and you, and between my descendants and your descendants forever. And he got up and left, and Jonathan went into the city. Okay, Luke 4, 31 to 37. A man with an unclean spirit. He went down to Capernaum, a city in Galilee, and was teaching them on the Sabbath. And they were astounded at his teaching because he spoke with authority. And in the synagogue, there was a man who had a spirit of an unclean demon. And he cried out with a loud voice, "Let us alone! What have you to do with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." But Jesus rebuked him, saying, "Be silent and come out of him." And when the demon had thrown him down before them, he came out of him without having done him any harm. And they were all amazed and kept saying to one another, "What kind of utterance is this? For with authority and power he commands the unclean spirits, and out they come." And a report about him began to reach every place in the region. And that's our daily lectionary readings for Saturday, June 26th. Tomorrow we will have the longer readings because Sunday always has more readings. And they do have, I believe, we don't have as many options. So it's actually not going to be quite as long as it was last week. Last week, where they had multiple options, and they're both from the second Samuel. So we read both of them. We don't have that this week. We've only got about 10 verses. So tomorrow won't be as long. Later, guys.